Okay, so far so good. Okay, so folks, I just wanted to give you some stuff to think about, okay? Y'all, the good news about distributing this fraction is that the top is a 1, which makes this really easy. Because when you distribute, 1 times 6 doesn't change, that's still a 6. So y'all, really what you're doing is dividing by 3. So this is nothing but 6 divided by 3, which is 2, so that's 2x. Okay. Then when we distribute to the second one, this is nothing more than kind of like a negative 12 divided by 3. So what is negative 12 divided by 3?
4.
And it's a minus sign there, right? Notice no more fractions. Question there. Okay. Bring down the equals, bring down the 10, and we got a 2-step equation. Okay. Brady, what's my next step?
You add 4 on both sides.
We're going to add 4 on both sides. Yep. Okay. Bring down the 2x, bring down the equals, and then what is 10 plus 4?
14.
Okay. Last step that I need to take here, Hannah?
Divide 2 on both sides.
Divide by 2 on both sides. Exactly right. We good? Okay. All right, the second one, I just want to get y'all used to seeing decimals and not flip out. Do you see what I mean? That's all. But y'all got a calculator, so it's all good. So we are distributing 2.4x. 2.4 times x is 2.4x. Hopefully y'all got that far. 2.4 times 5, all we got to do is pop that bad boy in the calculator, and what we get? Y'all, that's nothing but 12, and don't forget that would be a positive 12. We need that sign in there. Okay? So I'll show you. We are multiplying 2.4 times 5, because with distribution it's multiplying. Okay? Bring down the equal sign, bring down 29.28. Okay? All right. What would be my next step here, Brady?
Minus 4 on both sides.
Subtract 12 on both sides. Okay. So I'm going to bring down my 2.4x. I'm going to bring down my equal sign. I can do this in my head. The whole number just goes right underneath the whole number, so I've got a 0.28, and then when I subtract there, I believe I get 17. Now, if you struggle with that, we got a calculator. We're doing 29.28 minus 12, and there she is. Okay? And now I've got one last step to get x by itself, Liam. What do I do?
You divide 2.4.
Divide both sides by 2.4. Good job. And this is really ugly, but we're not going to be afraid because we've got calculators. So we're going to do 17.28 divided by 2.4. The answer is 7.2. How many people got that? Love it. How many people got the right answer of 7 first on the left too? Like you got it. Okay. All right. So y'all, if y'all remember this, probably what I'm going to do on tomorrow's warm-up is I'm going to put another one of those. So try to put that in your brain, okay? Especially if you were a little afraid today. We good? All right. Okay. I am going to give out your exit tickets. All right. So I'm going to write 2 things. 2 equations down. I don't want anybody screaming out because I'm going to have you talk to each other about the difference in these 2, okay? So at the top of your paper, I want you to write this. Okay, so what I want you to do is, I don't want you yelling out. I want you to take a minute. I'm going to put 1 minute on the board, and I want you to talk to your partner about what is the difference in these two equations and how would you go about solving them differently. Okay, so let's see. Jahira, what did you and Hannah come up with?
For the differences, we said
Yep.
like one to like the first one is like multiplying 2 and x.
Multiplying the 2 and the x
And then
together.
the second one is divided.
And the second one, the 2 is divided. That's exactly right. Okay? Now, Colin, did you and your table partner come up with how we might go about solving them differently?
Yes.
Okay, what did y'all come up with?
The first one, has
On the first one, did y'all try to solve them on paper?
yes.
So y'all went on and solved them. Well, let me ask you this. What did you do on the first one? What was your first step?
Subtracting 5.
Okay, subtracted 5. I'm just going to write that right here. Actually, let me write it right here so it's on the video. So you're saying your first step here was to subtract 5. Colin, did your first step change in this one?
No.
You still subtracted 5, didn't you? Okay, so first step here was to subtract 5. So first step didn't change. Okay, here, what was your second step? The 2 was multiplied here. So what was your second step?
Divide by 2.
Okay, you divided by 2. Okay? Now, was the second step here different?
No.
You divided by 2 here?
I didn't finish
Okay. Alonzo, did y'all divide by 2 here?
I didn't finish it.
Okay, well, let me ask you this before you finish. If this 2 is multiplied, and y'all did the opposite and divided, this 2 is divided, what do you think you might do? You're going to multiply by 2. You're going to multiply by 2. So let's just write that down. Okay, and because I love highlighters, notice for this one, our second step would be to divide by 2, but here, our second step is to multiply by 2. And great job, y'all, and that's what I wanted y'all to see. So we're going to do a couple of these, okay? And then I might add a funky one in there. Okay, are we good so far? Okay. All right, so let's do an example. And y'all, I know what you're going to be doing next, your activity, and I already know where some mistakes are going to get made, so I want to kind of do a little something here. Okay, so first thing I want you to do is write this down. And double check everything you got written down. Okay, hopefully you see the similarity in what's up here. Hopefully you see this little guy. Okay? Y'all, I've added this in because in the activity today, I realized people forgot what to do here. Y'all, this is minus a negative. What can we do with that? Abby? Right, it's really just a plus, isn't it? Isn't that just a plus? Okay, so folks, don't forget about that today because you're going to run into that. So y'all, if you need to do this now, go ahead and do that. That's really a plus, isn't it? Okay, so what is my first step, Jax? Remember, we do adding and subtracting first.
Subtract 7 on both sides.
You go. That is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to subtract 7 on both sides. So my 7's cancel here. I'm going to bring down my x divided by 3. I'm going to bring down my equal sign. I need to subtract 7 on the right-hand side. 11 minus 7 is 4. And now I'm down to my last step, which is our new step. Our new step, okay? Braylon, what's my last step here?
Divide both sides by 3.
Is he right? Okay, it's already divided, Braylon. Do you see how it's divided?
Oh, yeah.
What's the opposite of division?
Multiply.
We are going to multiply both sides by 3. Okay, so I like to use my highlighter. So y'all, I'm going to multiply the left side by 3. And if I do it on the left, I'm going to do it on the right. Now, let me show you what this looks like. Y'all, technically, this 3 is in the numerator, and this 3 is in the denominator. So, y'all, this is really 3 divided by 3. That's all. It's a 3 on top and a 3 on the bottom. Y'all, what happens with a 3 on top and a 3 on the bottom? What is 3 divided by 3? So, y'all, that's the reason why I can do this. That's why I can do this. Because that's 3 divided by 3 is what it is. Okay, so now I have an x. Now I have an equals, and y'all, I got to multiply this other side by 3. What do I get?
Well,
There you go. Boom. That okay? Okay. Okay, let's do us another. We're going to do 4 of these, and then I'm going to stop bugging you. Okay? We are adding and subtracting first. Elijah, what would my first step be?
subtract 3 on both sides.
We're going to subtract 3 on both sides. So 3's cancel. Bring down my x divided by -2. Bring down my equals. I got to subtract 3 over here. 6 minus 3 is 3. Okay, last step. Callison. The -2 is divided, Callison. What's the opposite of division?
Multiplication.
So what we're going to multiply by? Yep, and y'all, the reason why I did this problem is just I threw a negative in there to make sure you guys aren't afraid of that. Y'all, if we're multiplying, if that's a -2 that's divided, we're going to multiply by a -2. And if I do it on the left, I got to do it on the right. So notice, -2 on top, -2 on the bottom. That gives me a 1, so I can cancel those. And what is 3 times -2? -6. Are we okay? We okay there? Okay. Did I go too fast? We good? Okay. 2 more. And then the pain's over, okay? 2 more. All right. Again, just trying to pick some things that on your next activity I know we're going to pop up, so we've talked about them. And that's kind of funky on your screen. Okay. Who, this time, let me just take someone to raise their hand. Who is feeling pretty certain they know what that first step is to do? And they can use the right word. It's not that tricky. Anybody feeling confident? I'm going to call on somebody. Nobody feeling confident about their first step? Brody, what makes you scared about this? Tell me. Why you don't? Tell me. What part of this makes you go, I ain't taking the first step. I ain't doing it. What's making you nervous up there? Tell me. Oh, my goodness. That's what's making everybody nervous. Brody, What's making you nervous is making everybody nervous. There's a negative on that too. And we do have to get it to go away by either adding or subtracting. What y'all think we should do? Madeline?
Subtract each side by -2.
Okay, believe it or not, Madeline is right. She's just complicating things for herself. She said subtract each side by -2. Okay, now I'm gonna go over here and write this, and I don't want a single soul to do this. I know, I got you. Y'all like, no, this is what you do. I just want to show Madeline that she is actually right, but she's complicated herself. She said subtract both sides by -2. And I understand why that's her thought process. Because she sees a plus sign and she sees that, she goes, well, I'm going to subtract that. But, y'all, what is minus a negative? So technically, Madeline, even though you are correct, this makes it look really funky. What you've done is could cause somebody to make a mistake. Just know that since that's negative, the opposite would be positive. So we're just going to add to it. But what you said is the same thing as adding to, because this right here is really plus. Does that help you a little bit? Okay. And see, if you do this on the other side, there is a tremendous chance of a mistake, isn't it? Because see all these negatives? We don't like them things. So since that's a -2, I know if I add 2, it goes away. I get a 0. Is that good, y'all? And I think that's exactly what Brady was going to try to say when I stopped him. Because I wanted to keep talking. I like to talk. Okay, so we are going to add 2 to both sides. So let's do that. Okay, and let's bring this down. And when I add 2 over here, I get 8. Okay? Brody, you still nervous about that last step?
About what?
The last step that we got to take? Okay, well then let's hear what you think we should do for the last step.
Oh, man.
Come on.
What do you mean by last step?
Well, we took the first step and we added 2 to both sides. What do you think the last step is?
Multiply by 4.
Okay, Brody said multiply by 4. I love it, but there's a reason why I put this problem up, because Brody has forgotten something, hasn't he? What did he forget? There's a negative there. And again, part of your activity, this is going to pop up. Y'all, do you notice how they put that negative right at that bar? And that'd be the reason why Brody wasn't paying attention to it. I get it. But what we talked about is just move that negative down there. Just put it on the 4. Just move it to the 4. Just Miss Batshit. Okay. Bye-bye. Madeline, at the end of class, you can go get your water bottle in the office, okay? Okay, so y'all, what I say here is, I think I may have said it yesterday, y'all, when you got that and you're going to need it for something, y'all just put it on something. Let's just move it on down to that 4. Let's just get it on down to the 4. Okay, so technically it's going to be here on this 4. So now what do I want to multiply both sides by?
-4.
I want to multiply both sides by -4. So that's the only point I was trying to make with this problem. Okay. And 8 times -4 is -32. And then last one, which is going to be a little bit different. So just throwing this out here, I think personally this is the easiest problem there is with a 2-step. I think it's the easiest. It just looks funny. Can somebody tell me how this last example that I put up looks totally different than the rest of them? Addie.
Because there's an actual number above the fraction.
Okay, yep. Anybody want to say it a different way? I mean, she's right.
Sorry.
Okay, do y'all notice the division bar doesn't stop at the X? I know that's what you're trying to say. It actually goes all the way across. Okay, so y'all, what that means is, that means that this 3 not only belongs to the X and it's divided, X divided by 3, y'all, it also belongs to the 5. 5 divided by 3. You might say, oh, that's going to be a mess. It's not, because if we take this first step correctly, it's no more mess. Y'all, we got to do this guy first. And if y'all remember when I said we always want to add and subtract first, and I caught myself, I'm like, it's not always, there could be a special case. Y'all, here's your special case. If we get rid of that, 3, I'm in good shape. The 3 is divided. How do I get rid of something divided?
Multiply.
Yep. So y'all, I'm going to multiply both sides by 3 first. So I'm going to multiply by 3. I'm going to multiply by 3. Three on top, 3 on bottom cancels. I'm left with x plus 5 equals 12 because I'm multiplying there. Look how simple that got, y'all. And now what's my last step?
Subtract 5.
Subtract 5. So y'all, we multiply first. So on this one, we multiplied first. Some of y'all might want to write a little note there. Now I'm going to tell you, on our activity today, that's not one of these ain't going to be on there. But I just wanted you to have that in your notes in case I throw one at you tomorrow. Okay, we good?